Hello everybody and welcome. This is Adrian. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's me time for some Victoria 2 in our tutorial campaign as the Empire of Brazil. Last we left off, we were working on some bureaucrats and some technology as well. Soon we're going to start focusing very heavily on literacy, getting some clergy, making sure people can read, things of that nature. Our country is very quickly becoming quite liberal, I would say. Pretty fast. Pretty quickly. But that's okay. 1846, conference of German historians, philologists, and lawyers was held in Frankfurt. German history, law, and language debated topics. Interesting. That's kind of cool. Everybody still wants to ally me, of course. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. Argentina wants an alliance. We may attack Paraguay one of these days. For our little cores here. A lot of people don't necessarily live there. Yeah, a lot of people don't necessarily live there. There is sulfur there, though. Which is not bad. He's allied with Chile now. Paraguay's allied with Chile, so it could be an issue. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Let's see. Any migrations? A lot of people are going to Chile, actually. I do not believe Chile has any slavery, so explains quite a bit. We could build a few more soldiers if we wanted to. Sure. It's never a bad idea to have too many soldiers. Right now we have 35,000 soldiers here. All right. As soon as we get these states to 100% administrative efficiency. Let's see. Local business fails. We're gonna go and give them a little bit of money. Let's go for. So we got commerce tax done, culture tax done. Let's go for some industrial tax. Let's go for some industrial tax. Let's see. A couple reactionaries, some Jacobins, not as much though. Another conference, huh? I think we can start focusing on clergy now. Or intellectuals. So we come over here. So we're going to go to our two most populous states. We're going to encourage intellectuals. We want to get the percentage of intellectuals in these states, basically actually in every state, up to 4% or higher. Ideally. So let's try and do it. Can I boost administrative spending? That's the real question. Can I afford that? I think I can. Okay. So we're going to have clergy, and we're going to have a lot of bureaucrats. Let's do it. So as these intellectuals get to 4% in every state, our literacy will increase very quickly. We can take a look here. Intellectuals right now are 1.18% of the population. 2% is optimal. 2% is not really true. If you are super behind on literacy, you actually want about 4% of your population to be intellectuals. That gets your literacy going really quick. So we have a lot of ground to cover in getting this literacy up. But I imagine probably by the year 1870 or so, we're probably going to be about 50, 60, 70% of the way. The Sonderbund War. 7 cantons, Lucerne, Freiburg, Valais, Uri, Schweiz, Unterwalden, and Zug, all predominantly Catholic and governed by conservative administrations, formed the Sonderbund. Looks like there's a civil war. Oh. Civil war in Switzerland. We'll see what happens there. The Kingdom of France has some Jacobin rebels. Right now, he's still a constitutional monarchy. He's allied with Russia. Interesting. Let's see, Spain. Spain is still constitutional. They never went to the Carlists, which is interesting. Portugal is also constitutional. They're in the Spanish sphere. Very interesting indeed. Ferdinand I has abdicated from the throne of Austria. Ooh, there's the Italian War of Independence. Anarcho-liberals have also spawned in Hanover. 1848, revolutionary riots broke out in the numerous places of Italy as well as in many other parts of Europe. Yep. So we are seeing the Mexican-American War, and Mexicans will lose. Sonderbund War, looks like the Sonderbund will lose. Bear Flag Revolt, probably Mexico will lose. Hungarian Revolution, probably Hungary will lose. And the Italian War of Independence is actually kind of a toss-up, because Sardinia Piedmont may be helped by France, so we'll see what happens. There's Hungary in the Hungarian Revolution. Let's see, James Mill? Cool. Let's see, what military tech is, say, the United States on right now? 7 out of 30. Okay. Bolivia wants an alliance still. There's the French Revolution of 1848. Alright. Louis Napoleon Bonaparte was probably the president of the French Republic right now. Let's take a look at mechanized mining. Let's take that real fast. Then we'll get some railroads, hopefully. We actually have a little bit of craftsmen popping up, which is curious. In order to get craftsmen, you need literacy. That's why it's not really worth going for industrialization right now, because we just don't have the literacy for it. France is now allied to Prussia and is at war with the Roman Republic. Just curious. Ah, I see why. Because the Papal States had a Republican Revolution. They may attach towards Sardinia Piedmont. They may get annexed into that. Interesting. We should keep an eye on that. That's going to be interesting. Let's get some more troops. You can never have too many troops. Whoa. Interesting. So France is trying to break apart the Roman Republic right now. And the Roman Republic is allied to Sardinia Piedmont. Holy shit. That's pretty crazy. Looks like France is now at war with Sardinia Piedmont. That's insane. War of Piedmonttian submission. Wow. So Austria is besieged on all sides, and yet France is actually fighting the Italians instead of helping them. My God, man. We just discovered John Ramsay McCulloch. Export and import. Let's stick with protectionism, I think. Let's stick with protectionism. Let's see, a beer hall opening. We get farming efficiency, mining efficiency, when people are less mad. Or we could stop the beer halls. I mean, we don't have too much militancy right now, so I think we could just shut down the beer hall. I don't really want farming or mining efficiency to go down. Sardinia wins the Italian War of Independence. Ooh. Oh, wow, look at that, yeah. Oregon Treaty. 49th parallel. Right here. Okay. Yep. So the U.S. won the Oregon Treaty dispute as well as the Mexican-American War. Okay. Let's see what happens with the French in this whole thing. And the Roman Republic. Very curious indeed. Conservatives won the election once again. Let's go for experimental railroad, then we'll come for some army tech. And then we'll probably come for maybe a little bit of commercial tech, actually. We probably could use a bit more tax efficiency. We got some Polish nationalists over here in Congress, Poland. All right. Let's see. Do we have any capitalists of any kind? Nope. Nope. A lot of people are leaving Britain, apparently. Some of them are coming here, but most are going to the United States. Damn. Some are going to Mexico as well. Okay. Is anybody doing anything to Uruguay? What about Paraguay? Oh, Chile. I wouldn't really mind getting our cores back. It's not that big of a deal, but you never know. You never know. Let's take a look. How's the whole assimilation thing going? Ooh. The Romagna is now a presidential dictatorship protected by the French. Very interesting. Entre Rios is at war with someone. Entre Rios... Yeah, there's the Argentine Civil War. Argentine Confederation, Bolivia versus the Entre Rios. And then Chile declared war on Argentina. They're assisted by Paraguay. We will give Entre Rios... We will give them some military access in this case. I would like to see the Entre Rios actually break away from Argentina if that's possible. We will also give Paraguay military access. They're all at war with Argentina right now. Argentina and Bolivia are allied. Okay. Chile actually allied Entre Rios. Okay. Got an artillery factory. All right. We have quite a bit of reserve of money, so we can build some railroads as soon as they're unlocked. Let's go for... I could go for romanticism. Prestige is always good. I wouldn't mind a little bit of commercial tech, though, just to help us out with our tax efficiency. We're going to come over here. We're going to press Control, and that will allow us to build some railroads in the States. Control. Control. So I could just click Build Railroad here, but Control allows you to build railroads in all provinces in the state. All right. We spent quite a bit of money on that, unfortunately, but that's okay. It's all right. It happens. Explosives factory. The Convention of Balta-Liman in 1850 was an agreement between the Russian Empire and the Ottomans regulating the political situation of the two Danubian principalities. Interesting. I did not know that. So, Wallachia and Moldavia are now satellites of the Russians. Oh, no. They're satellites of the Ottomans, but they're sphered and allied with the Russians. It's very, very, very peculiar. Huh. It's kind of weird. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I'm not sure if that's occurred before. It's kind of strange. But okay. So let's get a little bit of money. Bolivia, no, you cannot have access. Bolivia is going to get wrecked. Right now might be a good time to invade Paraguay. But actually, I mean, these guys have better military tech than I do anyway, so. Interesting. Uruguay's allied with Entre Rios. There's an Argentinian thaw, so Argentina is now a republic. Very curious. Decline, no Argentina. You don't get any access. All right. Let's see. So administrative efficiency is pretty good in most places. It's pretty high. Don't have too much to worry about. So, yep, Sardinia Piedmont is now a great power. He's definitely trying to form Italy. We'll see if he can be successful. I'm actually kind of surprised Spain is still a great power. That may not last very long, though. May not last too long. Let's see. Terracina. Terracina is the first planned city in the country in the northeast capital located out of the coast. 5,000 pounds, recently built city, population growth, immigrant attraction. Interesting. Okay. Terracina. Whoa. Okay, we're getting a lot of people coming here now. Cool. Nice. A lot of people are leaving the UK at the moment. So that's good. A lot of these immigrants also possibly will be a lot more literate than ours. So that is a possibility. See, harassment in a local election. Pushing through some political reforms will increase our immigrant attraction, so we might actually want to do that. Wow, we're getting some serious immigrant attraction right now. A lot of people may go to Uruguay as well. Let's see, Argentine Constitution. With Rosas unable to defeat the Entre-Rios Rebellion, General Urquiza has assumed temporary control of the government. Ooh. Okay, so they are, yep, so they are... Where are people going anyway? A lot of people are going to Sao Paulo, and some people are going to Rio de Janeiro. Okay. Cool. Yeah, migrants are never a bad thing. Never a bad thing. Yeah, a lot of people are going to Sao Paulo, actually. Okay, so we got some more tax efficiency. Let's go for ad hoc money bill printing for now. And then we will probably work on some culture tax. Well, I'll probably get this real fast, and then we'll work on some culture tax. There's a second opium war. A lot of people are going to Uruguay, actually. And we're finishing up with our railroads. Let's see, Venezuela defaults. With Peru. We could go to war for something like war reps, but it seems a little unnecessary, to be honest. It's an easy way to get prestige, I'll admit that. Fighting little wars like that, it's a really easy way to get prestige. Damn, we are getting quite a few migrants. Nice. You know, I actually do have a concern about Uruguay because they are a democracy here, so they're taking a lot of migrants away from us. You know, controlling this territory may not be a bad idea. Because a lot of the people around us, like Paraguay, Buenos Aires, you know, Peru, a lot of those guys are dictatorships. So invading somebody like Uruguay might not be a bad idea. Not at all. Let us stick with interventionism. Nice. Look at that immigration. It's beautiful. I love it. A lot of people from Austria, a lot of people from Britain. Most people from Britain, actually. Absolutely. Excellent. It means more taxes and people from us. Let us prefer jingoism, I think. That sounds good. Okay, we got conservatives. They won again. Although their lead has declined significantly, now the liberals are winning quite a bit. I'm surprised all the people are coming to our country, even though we have slavery. I'll admit, that is pretty interesting. How many slaves do we have now? Wow, we have 639,000 slaves. That's a lot. Holy crap. We have a couple inventions for tax efficiency. Cool. Holy man. We just got sphered by the British. And now they offer an alliance. I'm going to accept. Cool. Nice. So now we have access to the British common market. Let's go and take a look at trade. I can come over here to the market and see we have a lot of stuff that's available. Cool. Nice. Or I guess they have access to our common market. We don't necessarily buy from them, but that's fine. It's cool. So it's good that we're sphered by the British, so they'll protect us for a while. Got administrative efficiency. Let's go for this military staff system real fast. And then we'll get empiricism in 1860. The research points. We should also go for positivism, ideological thought, associationism for some more national foci. Literacy is increasing fairly quickly, but it could be faster. Could be faster. Could be better. This military staff system will allow us to get cuirassiers, dragoons, and hussars, and then we can build engineers pretty soon, hopefully. There's still so much we have to do, though. So many things that we that demand our attention. But this is why Victoria 2 is cool. Okay, we got some anarcho liberals, some liberals, mostly still conservatives and reactionaries, though. Wow, we still have a lot of migrants. Excellent, absolutely excellent. Absolutely wonderful. I want to see if anybody's influencing Uruguay. I don't think so. Let me see. I mean, honestly, like it's gonna be a lot of infamy, but I think getting rid of him may be a good idea. I think getting rid of him may be a good idea. Because he gets some migrations, especially since he's a democracy. So taking this territory over might just be good for us. So the way to fabricate casus bellis is you go to Uruguay or whatever country, and you go to justify war. And it's going to take a certain amount of time to justify that war goal. It's kind of similar to like Hearts of Iron. The only thing is, if you get discovered, you generate infamy for being discovered. The chance of discovery is entirely random. It's literally a random number generator. Right here we got an event that's going to speed up our casus belli acquisition speed, so it makes it less long to acquire our casus belli that we want. But your chance of discovery, when justifying a war goal is entirely random. There's nothing you can do to affect it. So, you know, it's kind of annoying to get discovered, but it's random. There's really nothing you can do about it. So, let's go for this medicine real fast. This one's pretty important for a lot of reasons: army attrition, pop growth, and then we're gonna go back for, I think, some culture text in a bit. So we got 10 infamy for our conquest of Uruguay, which really isn't that bad. The max you can get is 22, so we need, you know, we got half that. So it's not bad. Not bad at all. We may want to decrease this bureaucracy spending a little bit, I think. I think I might rather want to focus on educational spending than anything. There we go. And we're funding the military right now, so it's kind of expensive in that sense as well. Okay, so let's go and invade Uruguay real fast. Okay. And we should siege stuff down pretty quick, as you can see. War happened to us, so immigrant attraction is going to go down quite a bit. So let's finish this war real fast, so we're not really carrying on this war too long. Then we can annex Uruguay and it'll be ours. Cool. And he has a relatively small population, but we do take over the land and we get rid of a government. We get rid of an independent democratic republican government, which is pretty cool. The Brits are calling us into something. The Anglo-Persian War, I'm guessing. All right. Let's see. Annals of Amazonian history. We can curtail the distribution, which is going to make some people mad. Pressure the local government to stop it. I think we'll just... Yeah. We don't really want people getting riled up, so... Oh yeah, now we gotta choose and make a free state or a slave state. I guess we'll go ahead and extend slavery, that's fine. I don't have too many issues with that. We may get some Uruguayan nationalists, but the population's so small here anyway. I don't even really think it matters. You know? Let's build a naval base here. Oh no, they already have a naval base. Okay. Cool. Well, that worked out well. Worked out very good. So we eliminated a democratic government. Now the Entre Rios... Oh no, never mind. Entre Rios was annexed by the Confederation of Argentina. Perhaps we may need to do something to them as well. You never know. A lot of Platinian people here. Let's see, what are we producing right now? We produce coffee, tobacco, fruit, tropical wood, livestock. Okay. As soon as we get more literacy, you know, more craftsmen, things like that will come around. Some capitalists will start popping up some places. Damn rebels. Yeah, but then our industrial score will just skyrocket. So we got some prestige actually from that war, which is good. Cool. Now everybody wants to come here to Brazil instead of Argentina. I like that. That sounds good to me. That sounds very good. A lot of people are actually going to Sao Paulo, which is interesting. We actually have people, looks like right now we have people leaving. We have people leaving Montevideo. People are going to either London, some people are going to Spain, other people are moving around. Interesting. Uh-oh. Campos has an outbreak of cholera. We're going to go and quarantine the province. We just finished up medicine. Let's see if we can research something that's really fast. We have about 3 years before we have to research empiricism. Let's go for maybe romanticism. That should be done in 1858. And then we can save up a year of research points to use for empiricism. Empiricism will get us more research points. So it's just research points getting us more research points, which gets us more research points, and the cycle just continues. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. Let's see, the Brits are at war with the Indians. Yeah, it hurts our immigrant attraction every time the UK calls us into a war, but the wars shouldn't really last too long. Yeah, got the Mughal Rebellion over here, right? Yep. Not gonna lie, our East India campaign was pretty fun. Ooh. Interesting. Beer hall opening. No, I don't want to lose any farming efficiency or mining efficiency. Thank you very much. Interesting. Paraguay is actually quite a bit weaker now. Now that he fought that war against Argentina. Chile is actually pretty strong. He's got 8 out of 30 military tech. It's quite a bit higher than ours. Tax efficiency is going up slowly but surely. Harassment, local election. Let's keep trying to push gerrymandering, see if we can pass some political reforms to get more immigrant attraction to our country. The United States is doing very well with that because obviously he's a Republican state. Plus he's got bonuses to immigrant attraction anyway. Farm nutrition's going down, chemotherapy. Okay. Once we're at 4% intellectuals for our 2 most populous states, we can move the intellectuals elsewhere. Let's keep focusing on interventionism arguments for our elections. A lot of people are getting liberal, though. The electorate is still pretty conservative, but liberals are getting there. It's our plurality at the moment. 22%. We don't have any revanchism either. Stick with interventionism. Here's the end of the East India Company. End of the East India Company. Okay, let's see if our immigration picks back up after we're at peace again. Somewhat. A lot of people still go to the US, though. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. So we just got a little bit of romanticism. So now we're going to save up some research points because you can store research points to use on later techs. So this tech unlocks in 1860, it's 1858, so we can store research points from now until 1860 and then just apply them to this tech. We just unlocked genetics, we got heredity from Gregor Mendel, we got pup growth, 0.01%, excellent. You can actually hover over your little hourglass over here. It tells you how much you're accumulating. We've accumulated this many research points that are currently unused. We can apply those to our 1860 tech as soon as 1860 comes around. Let's go and move our national foci from Rio de Janeiro. Let's go to Sao Paulo. We need intellectuals. We need many intellectuals, in fact. Immigration still not bad at all. Pressing concerns. See, reform-minded MPs are now pushing for some press reform. I'm actually okay with this. I'm actually okay. We can actually pass some sort of law. So 5% of the population want gerrymandering, and 6.79% of the population want wealth voting. Right now we have cultural rights, which allows everybody who's accepted culture, they can vote. We could go for something like all allowed rights. We could go for proportional representation, censored press. Could go for, let's see, debtors' prisons. That's probably not a bad idea. Because right now, peonage, as far as our debt law, that hurts our immigrant attraction quite a bit. Slavery hurts our immigrant attraction as well. A freedom of the womb law would stop the slave population from growing. Let's do freedom of the womb. I think since most people in our country want that, that's fine. That's fine. That should make people much less rebellious. Jacobins basically disappear. We still have the liberal suffrage movement, so we'll see what happens with them. We'll see what happens with them. And our slave population will now stop growing, so 683,000 slaves is as big as it'll ever be. Which, I mean, to be fair, it's still quite large. But, you know, what can you do? Okay, so we have a little bit of money, so let's start building a few forts around the place. Forts are incredibly expensive, but they do slow down sieges. So when you can build them, I would recommend to build them. Always prioritize, I would say, education first, though. It's just more worth it that way. Right now we have about 3,000 research points or so stored up. Minimum life rating, army attrition. We got a prophylaxis against malaria. We will not be colonizing this game. We will just be focusing on internal politics. We'll be getting some prestige from unlocking empiricism very quickly. Pragmatism and empiricism gets you 10 prestige each. As well as if we progress down the prestige tree, we get even, prestige from there. Not many people have realism unlocked, so we would actually get quite a bit of prestige from those texts as well. We could commission a warship. Let's do it. Let's build a warship from another country. It'll pop up in Rio de Janeiro one of these days. Usually, it'll come from like the UK or something, someone of that sort. Let's see. Our military is growing quite quickly, actually. All right, let's get a few troops being built. All right, so we're now in 1860, January 12th, 1860. So now I can apply all of our stored research points to empiricism. Let's do it. And you guys will see now that this is going to take up really, really quickly. See? Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so now we're going to be done with empiricism in 1861, November 1861. And that's going to double our research points by 50%, or multiply by 50%. Excellent. Ooh. Looks like Denmark has claimed ownership over the straits. And it looks like Britain is not happy about it. Ooh. The Austro-Prussian Brothers Wars happened. So Prussia was defeated. Now Germany has taken all influence over the German states except for any, German state that is a great power, which is Bavaria. Very interesting indeed. So Austro-Hungary is formed a little early, actually. Historically, they formed in about 1867. But Bavaria, because Bavaria is a great power, is not in the North German sphere. So North Germany is going to need to do something about Bavaria. Very curious. Something interesting should happen here. We'll keep an eye on that, see what happens. Any other wars going on? Looks like France is invading Indochina. And the Brits are invading Arabia. Interesting. I've never seen this autonomous dependency before. Rajputana. They're a civilized nation, which is much more interesting than all the other nations around them. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Let's see, the old man and the sea. Fishing is unusually good in Bellum this year. Help feed the poor. Yeah, sure. Sounds like something the Emperor of Brazil would do, right? Let's see, here's the South African republics. British Cape Colony. There's a Confederate States of America. It's actually pretty on the dot. It's also pretty... Wow, it's actually really historical. Interesting. Okay. So the Confederate States of America. And... Alright. 2.73 million adult males for the Confederate States. 4.61 million for the Americans. Honduras, damn you! We'll be seeing the American Civil War happen somewhere pretty soon. The Empire of Mexico is aligned with the Americans, so the Confederates should be starved out pretty easily. Yeah. I don't think the Confederates are going to win. Let's go and change our national foci from Bachia. Let's go over here. Keep focusing on intellectuals as best we can. Our educational budget's doing just fine. I'm curious to see the Civil War here. There's the war. There's a Swedish-Danish war. There's the Boshin War. It's happening a little early, but that's okay. There's the Boshin War. It looks like the Imperials will almost decisively win. The American Civil War, it looks like the Americans will also win. Okay. Yeah, the Imperials are going to lose for sure in the Boshin War. Ooh. Commissioned British warship arrives. Cool. We get an ironclad in Bellum. Right up here. We get an ironclad ship. Sweet. An ironclad is, you know, they're not bad ships at all. We can't build them ourselves, but we can commission them from other powers. Costs about 50,000 pounds though, which is expensive, but hey, I'm not complaining. It's a capital ship. Capital ships actually add just a little bit to your military power score. Just a smidge. So they're worth getting if you can afford them. There's the Meiji Restoration. Ooh. There's the Empire of Japan. That was a very fun campaign, by the way. We just got empiricism, so now our research points will be making more. It's good. Let's go for ideological thought. That's going to speed up our... That's going to allow us to have more national foci in every state. So we want that. Let's see, professor. National resistance against our rule. We could commission another warship. I'm going to hold off for now. Let's take a look. Can we do anything to the natives? I think when we can, we will go for the Protection Act. We need to have... No, there's actually not much we can do with the natives right now. Looks like we just discovered socialism. We should see quite a few people become socialists very quickly. Holy damn, look at that, 10% already of the population socialist. Oh shit. That's a little scary. Just a little bit. We'll see what we can do about them. What's their policies? Full welfare state, anti-military, full citizenship, secularized planned economy. Ugh. Gross. I mean, planned economy is not bad. It's just tedious. It's tedious. Because you have to run all factories yourself. We have another election. The Americans should win the Confederate, or the Civil War. Let's keep sticking with jingoism for now. Any other wars going on? Nope. Okay, that's it. Yeah. It's just these guys. Wow, even when they're at war, they get immigrants. My God. Tax efficiency, cool. Let's stick with pluralism, I think. Yeah, let's stick with pluralism for now. Okay, there's the end of the Civil War. Wow. Interesting. The Civil War is over, but the United States just elected the Democrats back into power. The Democrats were the conservative party of the United States for a very, very long time. Interesting. Okay, so we got another national foci. Let's go for positivism. We're going to want biologism actually pretty quick as well, so we're probably going to rush down this tree. Biologism for Darwinism is going to be super, super essential. Let's keep focusing on intellectuals literally everywhere. Plurality is going to increase, which is going to make people more liberal, but it happens. We need biologism for the education efficiency. We will go for inorganic chemistry, which is going to help us out with a lot of industrial techs, but really just for the population to grow. We're going to want that pretty quickly. Chile still wants an alliance. I'm going to go in decline for now. He's actually industrializing a little bit. There's a Treaty of München. Oh, ho, ho. So Bavaria is probably going to lose their great power status now, I think. Let's see, the Brits. Really, Britain? Why are you... Why? I don't get why he's drawing me into these wars. He doesn't actually need my help. He's doing fine. Oh, yo. Yeah, we'll probably go down functionalism and then biologism. We'll get Darwinism. And then we will go for some more commercial techs, industrial techs, army techs. We'll go for navy techs, like probably near the end of the game. As the Empire of Brazil, we really don't need a navy. It's just not that necessary compared to other stuff. Industrializing, having a good military for defense, and then culture techs and industrial techs. Those are the much more important techs. Those are like the essential ones. Right now we have about 3% of the population as intellectuals. We need to do better than that. We need to do a lot better than that. But as you can see, our literacy is rising pretty quick. We still have some work to do, though. We still have some work to do. We get a lot of immigration, though, which is nice. Wow, look at that. The Argentinians do as well, though, which does concern me a bit. The Brits are going to Abyssinia, as well as they're conquering Zosa. Let's go for functionalism. When will that be done? That'll be done in 1865. We have analytic philosophy in 1870. That's going to be research points plus 100%. So we're going to want to save up some points for that as well. So we finish up functionalism in 1865. No, Buenos Aires. Then we get biologism. And then I think we can go for analytic philosophy right after that. And then we're going to be researching stuff really, really fast after that. It's going to be super quick. We're talking super fast. Much quicker than anybody else here down here. There's a Satsuma rebellion. Russia's attacking Persia. Very interesting indeed. A city flourishes. The village of Paraibuna emerged in the early 19th century due to the occupation of the region by families of farmers. Ooh. São João del Rei is renamed to Juiz de Fora. Or Juiz de Fora. Cool. Nice. Yeah, quite a few research points we're making now. Quite a few. Down here where you see it says from improved technology 150%. I believe that's multiplicative, not additive. So you have a daily base research points, and then from improved technology will multiply that percentage to your base research points. So analytic philosophy will get us plus 100%, but that doesn't mean that we're going to go from 13.67 double, you know. It just means that we're going to go from improved technology 150% to 250%. So that'll multiply by the daily base research points. It's kind of weird, but that's how it happens. So here's Argentina. He just united a lot of South America. I think Colombia did something over here too. I thought I saw something about that. Huh. We have a lot of assimilation here in the west now, as you guys can see. A lot of Brazilians now. We've also kind of taken over quite a bit of the Afro-Brazilian territory we've had here. And then we have Brazilian peoples moving into Uruguay. Or I guess we have Afro-Latino. Interesting. Kind of cool. Argentina wants an alliance. I'm going to decline, at least for now. I don't really see a reason to ally them, but you never know. It might be worth it in the future. I'm not convinced, at least not at the moment. Ooh. Yeah, we had Uruguayan nationalists. I did not even see them. Okay, they should go away now. This suffrage movement is going to pick up a little more steam. We have a lot of militant socialists, which is interesting. We've got to keep an eye on that. Got to keep an eye on them. Let's see. Platinian soldiers? Demand discipline or demand the strictest discipline? We'll just stick. We'll pick the mild option. There's no real need to make people really, really mad. It's just not, yeah. I mean, like the Uruguay nationalists, they're there, but they're going to disappear pretty soon, probably. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. We'll be just fine. Unfortunately, we still don't have any capitalists, although we are getting quite a few migrants now, so we may be seeing some capitalists pop up here and there, perhaps. Let's go for realism so we can get that Darwinism. Or biologism so we can get that Darwinism. We're going to be at about 20% literacy. With the Darwinism, we'll be getting literacy incredibly quickly. Like, really fast. So things are looking pretty good for now. Let's see, Sao Paulo, let's go to Mount How. Yep, literacy, we want to get about 4% clergy per state, so we're getting there pretty quick for now. We're getting there pretty quick. We have a lot of craftsmen just kind of around the place. We don't have any capitalists. I could use my national foci to encourage capitalists in some of our most productive states. It's not a bad idea. But, I mean, we really don't have the literacy for a lot of craftsmen anyway. Although these look like immigrants. So I do wonder. I do wonder. Yeah, Argentina's getting more of the migrants now. I don't know. Maybe we want to do something to him. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Nice. Literacy's going real fast now. Literacy's increasing very, very quick. Administrative efficiency is also looking pretty good, except for Uruguay. Everywhere else we're doing pretty good. Let's see, we have a wanted poster. We can either search among the rich or search among the poor. Let's search among the rich. I don't mind if they get mad. A lot of people want to outlaw slavery now. Okay. Okay. We shall see. We shall see. Let's keep sticking with interventionism, at least for now. Let's take this guy here from Nordeste. Let's go to Rio de Janeiro. Let's try and encourage some capitalists. See if we can actually get any. We may not be able to. The national foci, they do work sometimes, but I mean, to be a capitalist is an expensive endeavor. Not to mention, you gotta be literate to be a capitalist. And we don't have a lot of literacy right now. It may not be worth actually trying to encourage it. We still got the Partido Conservador, although the Liberals are still getting quite a bit of popularity. Yeah, I know. At least for now, it's not going to spawn any capitalists. Let's still focus on the clergy, at least for now. Secularization. Biologism will be done in 1868. We will probably... We'll probably just hang on to the research points after 1868 until we unlock analytic philosophy in 1870, so we can get analytic philosophy really, really fast. There's a lot of prestige here that we could also get as well. A lot of prestige there. So that'll be good. Establish protectorate against Kombong Dynasty. Let's see, we have a Chartist rally. These guys want some reforms. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not opposed to them. Yeah, pushing through some reforms will help us with our immigrant attraction, so I'm not opposed to it. Although Argentina, the fact that he's a republic now may hurt us quite a bit. Well, perhaps see what we can do about him. Let's see, reform rally. Ooh. This makes a lot of people conservative. Yeah, let's do that. It's not bad at all. Let's go and change from Minas Gerais. Okay. So intellectuals are doing very, very well. We have about 3.63% of the population is intellectuals. So literacy will increase pretty quickly, especially after we discover Darwinism, things like that. We have a 4% chance to invent Darwinism right now. We'll be looking really, really good. There's also social Darwinism. Authoritarianism we actually don't have any chance to discover. There we go. Education efficiency plus 50%. Excellent. Yeah. Look at that. Now we get literacy. 0.1572%. 0.1574%. We're even faster than that every month. That's incredibly quickly. Incredibly fast. Excellent, excellent, excellent. There's an 1869 Arica earthquake in Peru. Got some anarcho liberals, a couple militant socialists, about 600,000. No more Uruguayan nationalists, which is good. Let us get ourselves another ironclad. This button here for reform the local government, I guess HFM does something weird with newly acquired states, and so your newly acquired states won't follow the laws of your country, like the reforms. So every now and again, I guess you have to click this button, reform local government or something. It's kind of weird. Let's see. We have the option to sign the Geneva Convention, which increases our infamy. I don't really want to do that. We can't choose a tech school because we wouldn't be able to. I think sticking with the traditional tech school for now will be fine. Okay. It looks like we've capped out on our cap for research points. I guess you can only store 1 year worth of research points. I think I might have forgotten about that. I could throw these points to some tech that's pretty cheap. I don't know, something like realism would be fairly cheap. Or yeah, why don't we throw these research points that we have right now stored up into the railroad tech? So we're going to instantly unlock this railroad tech, and then we could save up the rest of the year of 1869 towards analytic philosophy. So it'll be about half a year worth of points. That's fine. So you can only save up 1 year's worth of research points. So don't forget that. All right. There we go. Yeah. Now we don't have any capitalists, so we're going to need to invest in all these railroad projects ourselves, unfortunately. Control, click. It's definitely expensive. Well worth it, though. Okay. Now we're going to accumulate some more research points for our analytic philosophy. 1870, that's going to unlock. We'll be getting some good prestige as well. We're going to go pretty hard into commercial and industrial techs pretty soon. As soon as we have a little bit more literacy, we'll be seeing some capitalists kind of sprout around the place. Just a few, just kind of pop up. Here we go. Yeah, we got another ironclad. Good. Let's bring him back over here. Perhaps pretty soon we can commission another, and that'll be the way we get our navy for a little while. Excellent, excellent. Good. See, we have a new decision. Build Belo Horizonte. This year, it was agreed by government officials that a new state capital in tune with the modern and prosperous Minas Gerais had to be set. Cool. All right. Sounds good. Let's go for our analytic philosophy tech. We're going to invest all of our points that we've stored up there for now into this tech, and then we will be checking out when we can get this tech. Okay, looks like we'll get in 1871, October 1871. Absolutely excellent. All right. Okay, we have quite a few intellectuals. Ooh, there's the end of the Franco-Prussian War. Looks like there's a German Empire. Oh, yeah. All right. Damn, Argentina's getting a lot of people. So is the United States. And apparently Canada is as well. The British Dominion of Canada. Interesting. I don't think I've seen that before. Because the U.S. is getting most of the immigrant attraction. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go and take a break here, guys. We're going to continue modernizing and having some literacy and doing all sorts of good stuff. So I'm going to take a quick break here, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching as always. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys very soon. Thanks so much.